BDS movement responsible for the vast majority of physical attacks and social media hatred against Jews in Europe. They incite daily against Jews all over Europe. BDS perhaps were not very successful in getting Europe to boycott Israel, but they are very successful in making anti-Semitism a legitimate thing.
Exposing and combating BDS is urgent, as we see anti-Semitism rising across Europe. BDS anti-Semitism is particularly dangerous because it mainstreams and normalizes anti-Semitism and desensitizes Western audiences to its hate. In 2018, there were 387 violent anti-Semitic attacks reported against Jews in the West, a 13% rise.
In the last 6 months, we have confronted all forms of anti-Semitism. The anti-Semitism of the ethnic supremacist far right, the anti-Semitism of militant Islam, and the anti-Semitism of the radical Israel-hating left. In his 2019 State of the Union address, President Trump referred to anti-Semitism, as he has many times since, as a vile poison. The president calls it a vile poison because it is human history's greatest barometer of suffering. Every society that drinks of this poison rots to its core and produces misery at a level that defies description. Certainly that lesson is known all too well here in Europe.
Because now there is a new European Parliament and there is going to be new appointments also, we hope that the newly elected members of the European Parliament would act together with us to fight anti-Semitism and to fight the BDS movement and to expose the true face of the BDS movement, that they are not working to promote human rights or peace, but on the contrary, they are against the Jewish state. They encourage violence against Jews in Europe and everywhere, and we expect to implement the important declarations against the BDS movement to practical steps, not to continue to fund BDS organizations, not to allow BDS activists who are connected to terror and to anti-Semitic views to come to the European Parliament and speak there. That is what we expect.
Well, you're painting a picture that is very black and white. Surely there are members of the BDS, in fact Jewish organizations like Jewish Voices for Peace, who also support this movement because it's a peaceful way of protesting against illegal settlements or oppression in the West Bank and the occupied territories.
Israel is a vibrant democracy and we are not against criticism. It's legitimate to criticize the government of Israel and its policies. But the BDS movement is not about criticism. The leaders of the BDS movement said time and again that they are against any Jewish state in any borders in Palestine, in Israel. They are against it. They are not supporting coexistence, which happens today in the state of Israel. And to say that the BDS movement is peaceful is not true. You see that they attack, they intimidate, they are violent, and they create an atmosphere of violence wherever they are active, on campuses and in many other places. So unfortunately, of course, there are also innocent people, sometimes even Jews, that do not understand the true ideology behind the BDS movement, and they don't know that the leaders of the BDS movement, that many of them are connected to terror and anti-Semitic views, are taking advantage of them. It's a pity, but it doesn't mean anything about the true nature of the BDS movement.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.